And sometimes when people hurt you and they have to come back and ask you for help, you're going to look unrecognizable to them. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Valerie here, and I'm back with a new video. If you're new to my channel, I do all things motherhood, lifestyle, beauty, faith, a little bit of everything on this channel, but I do a whole lot of God. And if this is something that you're interested in, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel now. If you're back, hey honey, how are you? I hope all is well. Thank you so much for supporting me, and thank you so much for joining this community and being a part of this great community at that. I wanted to do something really different today. I wanted to actually have like a mini Bible study chat with you guys, and I think this is such a great idea because not many understand the Bible. I mean, I still don't understand the full Bible, but let's have a chat. Let's be able to help one another and engage with the content so that somebody who could be watching the video who did have questions or could have questions could probably see the questions being answered or seeing the questions being asked, so that everybody is literally on one accord, learning the word and moving the kingdom the way that it's supposed to be moving. So yes, quick story time, right? I was in the gym yesterday, and if you guys don't know, if you don't follow me on other platforms, I express that I am reading the Bible in chronological order, and right now I'm on day 28 and I'm still in the book of Genesis. And so I'm at the gym, and I like to listen to the Bible in the gym so I don't listen to the secular music that's being played in the background, or I don't fall into listening to like my appy music. I like to start my morning, especially me going to the gym 3 o'clock in the morning. I like to start my morning with some type of biblical sound word so that I'm able to just have a greater day than I could have if I'm listening to music. So yeah, that's something I just feel like somebody should know. Like, listen to the Bible. Like, the Bible is lit when you are at the gym, okay? I'm listening to the story of Joseph, and if you don't know the story of Joseph, I'll put like where you can start to read it at just for the sake of this video. And I'm listening to the story of Joseph, right? And I remember clear as day, I'm doing like the lateral pull downs, and I'm getting vexed. If you don't know the story of Joseph, long story short, Joseph had brothers who hated him. They felt like their father loved Joseph more than he loved them because he was the last of his old age. And they felt like because his father was showing more favoritism towards Joseph, that their father did not love them as well. And so they just grew to hate him. Anything that Joseph did, Joseph could be smiling at the wall and they're upset with him. Joseph could be breathing air and they're upset with Joseph. They did not like Joseph for nothing. And to put the cherry on top, when Joseph would tell them certain dreams that he was having, they would get so vexed. They thought he felt like he was better than them. They thought he felt like he was going to be a master and a ruler over all of them based on the dreams that he was telling them. But the whole time, he's just trying to tell you guys the dream that he had because you guys are his brothers. Like, there's no ill intentions, there's no malice in it. He's just trying to tell you guys because you guys are his brothers. Long story short, girl, they wanted to kill him, okay? They saw him coming into the field because his father told him to go and see your brothers, go get your brothers, go be with your brothers or whatever. And they saw him from like miles away, and they said, there goes that dreamer. Like, they literally were mocking his anointing. They were mocking his gift, and they were like, there goes the dreamer. And they were like, well, let's kill him, let's put him here and let's just kill him, let him rot. But one of them had sense. One of them had sense and was like, why are we about to kill him? Why are we about to kill him? We are not going to kill our blood. This is our blood. We're not going to kill him. Instead, let's sell him. And I'm paraphrasing. This is not, you know, how everything went down. Read it when you can, but this is basically how it all went down, you know? And so they were like, instead, let's just sell him. They saw the Midianite traders passing by, and they were like, you know what? We're just going to sell him to them. And so they got 20 pieces of silver in exchange for Joseph. So they took Joseph down to Egypt, and their brothers just had 20 pieces of silver. Years later, the dream that he had, that he explained to them, in the dream, it was basically his bundles was stood up while their bundles were like around, bowing down to his bundle. And so they took it like, what you think, you're going to rule over us? And he was like, yo, this is just the dream that I had. But this is what happened. The dream came to pass years later. And now, because there's a famine going on in the land, because Pharaoh had a certain dream and Pharaoh needed somebody to interpret his dream, and the only person that could interpret the dream was Joseph. You see how basically you guys literally thought y'all were doing something, but God took what y'all was trying to do evil towards Joseph and made it out for his good. It says that God was with him and he saw favor with Pharaoh, literally, right? And so now Pharaoh needs help to interpret his dream, and Joseph is the only person that can do that. So when Pharaoh told him the dream and Joseph interpreted, Pharaoh and the other leaders decided, well, we need Joseph to be in charge. We need Joseph to be in charge because this man knows what he's talking about, and we need somebody who has logical thinking as well as whose ears is to God's mouth to be able to prepare us for what's about to come to us in a few years. Literally 7 years of greatness and 7 years of famine, right? So when the 7-year famine came, now Joseph's brothers had to go back to Joseph. They didn't know who it was. Joseph just thought the person they had to go to ask for more food or for help basically was just like a higher upper, not knowing it is their blood brother. So when they went to him and Joseph recognized that it was his brothers, he immediately thought that they were spies, like they were just coming to check on him and stuff like that. But they literally needed help. And that's when Joseph realized the dream that I had, I want to say 17 years ago, or maybe 14, like between 14 and 17 years ago, the dream that I had is now coming to pass, because now my brothers are actually coming to me for help. They're coming to me for help, but they don't know that I am their brother. Long story short, girl, Joseph broke down and told everybody to get out of the place they were in so that he can actually tell them, like, I am your brother. Like, I'm your brother. This is the person you got sold. Like, you guys literally exchanged my life or my position or our brotherhood, our love for some silver. So he broke down to them. They were just amazed. Like, they were just like, this is not him. Oh my gosh, this is not him. And as he's explaining to them, like, this is me, I'm your brother, he's crying, he's telling them to come closer so that he can speak to them. He's basically telling them, do not feel bad for what you did. Like, God was in it. Like, do not feel bad for how you treated me. Do not feel bad for what you did to me. I had to come ahead of you to save you, right? And that was basically the dream that he was kind of having, but he didn't know it was going to happen to that extent or happen the way that it did. Pharaoh heard that Joseph reunited with his brothers. Pharaoh told them, go get your father and bring all your families. I got a fatty land waiting for you guys to take over and stay there. Listen, you know, it was just cute. It was kumbaya at this point. To wrap this all up, because I really want to talk about some things, I'm going to just start here. Like, Joseph's humility, the way that he did not allow what happened to him to blind him from purpose, is so inspirational. I can't talk for you, but for me, I know that there have been times I've been hurt by people who were close to me, and I was waiting, if I want to be honest, I was waiting for the time that they needed me again for me to show off. I was waiting for the time that they needed me again for me to throw it back in their face how they did me or what they did to me. I was waiting for the time to make them feel how I felt, because it's like, ain't no way you thought it was okay to play with me like that. So to just imagine, right? Because I'm literally imagining everything. To just imagine the way Joseph still had humility, still helped, still fed, still provided, still loved after his blood brothers wanted to kill him. Instead, didn't kill him, but sell him off. Baby, I'm inspired. It's so beautiful to just hear about this and to just imagine this, because Joseph's character and his humility is teaching us how to still love our enemies, how to still love those who hurt us, how to still help those, how to still walk in purpose, how to still forgive. I could stay on Joseph's character and humility all day, because that's the goal. That's how I want my character to be developed. That's how I want to continue to pursue my humility at all times. That's how I want to be, because it's so hard. It is so hard to sit there, recollect those things that happen to you when you see this person in your face and not want to react. You know, it takes a lot. It takes so much to just be strong and to love and to forgive. I feel like those who say you're weak for letting people slide, or you're weak for not saying this, or you're weak for letting this person back, whatever people be saying to you, they don't understand the opposite of that. You're very, very strong. It takes a strong person to love and forgive those who hurt this person. Girl, I could stay here all night, okay? But the next thing that I wanted to touch on was the fact that when they went to go ask for help, they didn't realize that it was their brother all along. And sometimes when people hurt you and they have to come back and ask you for help, you're going to look unrecognizable to them. You're going to look so different to them. They're not going to be able to recognize the person that they hurt to begin with. Thank you, Holy Spirit. If you go back to the passage, it says they saw Joseph coming towards the fields and was like, here goes that dreamer. They noticed him back then. And this time around, they did not notice him. They did not even know it was him to begin with. It looks so different to people who hurt you. And it's not your job to gloat. It's not your job to remind them. It's not your job to be all high with. No. It's your job to still remain humble and serve and help. Your purpose. Your purpose. He didn't allow his emotions to blind him from his purpose. In the dream, it was literally his bundles stood up. Their bundles were bowed down to him. He had to go ahead in order to help his brothers and those of the land. You're going to look unrecognizable to people who hurt you. And when you see these people who hurt you, make that your commitment to show who God is. God is a God of love. God is a God of humility. God is a God of grace. God is a God of mercy. Okay? That's not your job. The Lord said, vengeance is mine. I'm going to handle those who hurt you. I'm going to deal with them, says the Lord. You think all that you're about to do, all that showing off, all that making fun of them, kicking them while they're down, you think that's equivalent to what the Lord is going to do to them? Girl, I gotta lean back with that. Because, girl, how dare you think that? I'm going to wait for the right moment. There's no right moment. The moment was for you to give it to God and leave it there. The moment was for you to forgive immediately and leave it there. Just listening to this story, I learned a lot. I just want to share something with you guys because I'm not somebody that, I'm reading the word and not applying it to my life. Or I'm trying my hardest to be a better Christian and I'm only doing it for social media, but in real life, I'm a monster. In real life, I'm mean. In real life, I'm nasty. In real life, I'm not the girl that I say I am. No. One thing about Valerie, I am the same person on and off social media, right? Last year, I was going through a transition with friends. I had launched Becoming Her. I had did the first event for Becoming Her. If you don't know what Becoming Her is the community that God blessed me with to start with over 1,500 women, and is literally faith-based. We talk about everything. We have an event coming up, girl. We got a lot going on. If you have not yet joined the channel over on Instagram, girl, go ahead. It's free. Just go. You'll get fed a lot. Of course, I know that when you're doing something for the Lord, to glorify the Lord, here goes the enemy right there. Like, you literally are walking, you should know the enemy is around the corner. And that's exactly what happened. The enemy was around the corner, and there were few individuals who I loved, and they didn't have the right choice of words for me. They wanted to do a lot to me, when I was thinking about it then. And even when I was going through this with them, I still was showing up, doing my purpose. While going through that, I still was feeling the feels of wanting my lick back. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, I really wanted to do them how they did me. I wanted to treat them how they treated me. I wanted them to feel how I felt, because I felt hurt. I cried about it. This was something I didn't play with because I loved y'all. Why would y'all do that to me? And so as I was listening to the story of Joseph yesterday, God quickly reminded me that you did it the way Joseph did it. You still walked in purpose. You still loved them anyway. You still did what you had to do anyway. Regardless of how they hurt you, regardless of what they did to you, you did not let that blind you from the purpose that you had. You had an event to help over hundreds of women to go through the breakthrough that they needed to go through. You don't think that the enemy wasn't going to be knocking at your door? You're literally saving souls. You're literally pulling demons out of these females. You're literally pulling them out of hell. Yes, he's mad. And yes, he's about to use the closest people to you to hurt you, to distract you, to derail you, to get you out of alignment. When he said, don't worry, don't feel bad for what you did to me, because the Lord was with me. When Joseph said that, I felt that in my chest. I felt that in my chest because the Lord was with me. The Lord was with me when I was getting attacked. The Lord was with me. I felt like the Lord really wanted me to listen to that story at this specific time, just to remind me that you cannot do people how they did you. I still have to have the spirit of humility. I still have to love them. I still have to walk in purpose. I still have to do the assignment that he has assigned over my life. I still have to fulfill it. I still have to fulfill it, no matter how it may hurt, no matter how I may be affected. I still have purpose I need to fulfill. You're the person across this camera who's going through something the way Joseph went through, or even the way I may have been through. I want you to really be released from the spirit of anger, the spirit of bitterness, the spirit of demonic like revenge, because that's not for you to carry. And I really pray that you forgive those who hurt you, and I pray that despite what they did to you, that you will see what God is doing, why he did it this way, and that you will continue to walk in the things the Lord wants you to walk in. The Lord says all things work together for those who love the Lord, the good, the bad, the evil. All of it works together for those. So yes, if someone hurt you, understand that it's working out for your good. So if someone did you wrong, understand that it's working out for your good. Do you hear me? Understand that. I hope you were blessed, and if you do have time, read on the story of Joseph and comment and let me know your thoughts, and let me know if this actually helped you out. I love you. I hope this video helped you in some way, and if you would like to see more of this type of content, please subscribe and let me know in the comments, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.